on, guys? ImNotMagic here. Another day, another video. We're out here. Today we're going to be doing an advice video. Usually I take, messages that my subscribers send me through Instagram, or not Instagram, what the fuck am I saying? Usually through YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or something along the lines of that. Definitely don't send me your messages over Instagram, although you can feel more than free to follow my Instagram if you would like to. Also Twitter, all those links in the description. Also, while I'm shamelessly plugging stuff, I've been forgetting to do this the last few videos, but all these gameplays that you guys are seeing are from a guy named Float. He does a lot of story commentaries like myself, has awesome gameplay. Was nice enough to give me some of his awesome gameplay to use on my channel. Basically is the reason this week has been possible so far. So give him a big round of applause, in your head or out loud. It maybe look a little weird if you're clapping to yourself. But yeah, his link will be in the description. Go check him out, follow him, see what he's all about, see if you like his commentaries. Yeah, thank you, Overflow, love you. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about how to make a girl more interested in you. And as I was saying, usually a subscriber will send me a message over those social media sites. I'll take it, I'll read it for everyone, and then I'll kind of give my advice on it. And then I'll open it up to you guys, the subscribers, to leave your advice in the comments. So today, I wasn't particularly feeling motivated enough to go find a message because there's a fuck ton of them. So I'm just going to kind of give you a scenario. Say there's this maybe pretty cute girl in your class, you want to strike something up with her. I've made a few videos on how to, get your foot in the door and how to make the first move. So if that's what you're struggling with, I would say go watch one of those videos. Otherwise this video will be way too long. However, so let's say, you got your foot in the door, you got her Snapchat, or you're texting her or whatever. You haven't really gone on a date or maybe even hung out outside of that classroom, but you're cool, you're starting to become best friends on Snapchat, all that good stuff. I like how I talk about Snapchat so much. But so you're doing all that stuff, and you think you may be hovering closer to that friend zone area as opposed to maybe a relationship or maybe a date or something like that. You feel like her interest in you is somewhere else. She's not very interested in you as a guy that she would be having a relationship with. So hopefully this sounds kind of familiar because I tried to make that scenario as close to real life as possible. So I'm going to try to help you on how to make this girl a little bit more interested in you. And I think that there are two things that really make a girl more interested in you. And sometimes these backfire, don't get me wrong, but that's just kind of life. So the two things are jealousy and the fact that girls love chasing guys. They love that chase. So I'm going to go into both those things in a second. And it's not really I don't want you guys to mix this up with trying to play games with girls or trying to trick girls into liking you or anything. This is literally just kind of I don't know, this is kind of how I go about these situations. You're not really doing anything wrong or anything. You're not playing a game, If a girl's interested in you and you're interested in her, it wouldn't be very hard to, make that turn into a relationship. It's when, one of you is not sure something that makes it more difficult. And so you're trying to convince her or something. But anyways, these both tie into each other too, jealousy and the chase. And my biggest tip, I think, would be, first of all, to be straight up with her. Because if you're starting to get friend zoned, being friend zoned is literally the guy not being straight up enough with this girl and saying hey, this is what I want, And you got to say that right off the bat, It can't be something where you start this really tight bond of a friendship and then spring it on them, because that obviously doesn't work very well. So, and within the first week at max, if you're talking to her and all this stuff, you kind of need to have it be known that you're not looking for a friendship, you're looking for a date or something along those lines. You need to be straight up with her. There's no disgrace or whatever. There's no whatever in doing that. I can't think of the fucking word. But anyways, so my advice to you would be to kind of play the field. You and this girl aren't exclusive. So there's no reason to only kind of show your interest in this girl. And I know, I debated with myself whether I wanted to say this in the video, because I know it sounds kind of bad, it's oh, I'm telling you to go for this girl, and by getting this girl, you're just going to go for another girl to make this girl super jealous or something. And it's not necessarily the case, but think of it this way. You go for this one girl, and you even go on a first date with her, and it's terrible. You hate this girl. It didn't turn out at all the way you wanted it to. And so you're just kind of back, you go back to playing the field again, I guess. I would say to kind of just go after more than one girl, because think of it this way. Not only does it make the other girl a little bit more jealous, she's now starting to think of you as she likes you a little bit more, and now she has to chase you. So you kind of just induced all the fucking key points right there. So think of it this way. A girl is hitting you up and you're always available to hang out. She's like, hey, you want to do this? Hey, you want to do that? And you're like, yes. Yeah, you're kind of being persistent and you're showing a lot of interest in this girl and you're hanging out with her, but you're being too available. You can't be super available. And the best way to fix this is to make more plans, I guess. Like, if you're always like fucking having free time and stuff, you should probably get a job or something. But if you're kind of playing the field, if you're looking at more than just one girl as a potential possibility as a girlfriend, I guess, or something like that, or to go on a date with, you know, you're gonna already by default have more plans. Like, so now this girl hits you up like, hey, you want to hang out? It's like, oh, sorry, like I already had plans with so and so, like I can't. All of a sudden, and you can be really nice about it. I'm not saying be like a douchebag about this at all. Like, I'm saying like this is just kind of how the dating world works. Like when you get a little bit older, and even in high school, and you say that, and all of a sudden she's gonna get a little bit jealous. By nature, like, girls will get jealous, and I'd get jealous about that too. And now she has to chase you, so she's gonna be showing a little bit more interest in you. But I don't know. I wanted to keep this video a little bit short and ask you guys what you guys felt about this situation. How would you make a girl more interested in you if you were able to, you know, give someone a few tips or advice or anything? Let me know in the comments. I almost said that. Let me know in the comments below. Rate the video if you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, peace.